Good morning, world. Good morning. Yes, we are still here. And I mean still alive because somebody somewhere didn't get up on this morning. But welcome back to Laugh Out Loud Morning Podcast, hosted by the beautiful, lovely, talented comedian, MsArkansas. That's right. This is week number 2, episode number 4. And I have a very, very special guest on with me today. But before I come to my guest, I got to tell y'all something. Oh my God, I was so upset on Friday. I hate that my internet, I ain't gonna say my internet wasn't working, but when you pay a whole lot of money for this stuff, it should work wherever you have your devices. Anyway, I had 2 cell phones. When I tell you one got hot and shut completely down and said I couldn't call nobody but 911, and then the other one started getting hot, the computer, the internet was acting up, and it was like I was a robot and all kinds of stuff. But shout out to my boy Edwin Victory and Cosmo, comedian Cosmo. They worked it out. So I'm glad they worked it out because I was over here having a hot fit. But on today, the devil is a liar, y'all. It ain't going to happen today, and I'm claiming that. But once again, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I think that was a TV show. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Something like that. But anyway, welcome back to the Laughing Out Loud Morning Podcast with your girl, MsArkansas. And we are streaming live right now on StreamYard. And you can also catch us over on YouTube Live. That's right. That's how we doing it, y'all. Listen, I will be performing this weekend, yes, in Arkansas. First, I have a private event to do for a good friend of mine on that Saturday night. And then that's in Blythesville, Arkansas. And then I will be appearing at the Looney Bin in Little Rock, Arkansas. And then I met an amazing comedian on last night, Zane, Z-A-N-N. I'm spelling it wrong. Z-A-N-E. Look him up, y'all. So hilarious. And he run a room also in Little Rock. So that means I have 2 shows now in Little Rock, Arkansas. So I'll be posting that information soon. And when I return, let me bag this thing up. I got to do like the GPS lady. I got to reroute this thing. On tomorrow night, yes, tomorrow night, May the 11th, right here in Las Vegas, y'all, I will be starting my own open mic at Level 1 on Main Street here in Las Vegas. Showtime 7 o'clock. Admission free. So come out and get your laugh on with MsArkansas and some amazing comedians that's working it out. And we also will be bringing in a headliner once a month until this thing let all the way up. And then it won't be considered open mic. It would be a regular comedy show. But until then, we gonna run that thing till we can't run it no more, y'all. Like I said, tomorrow night, Level 1 is the place to be here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I found out that MsArkansas will be returning May the 20th to the Extreme Comedy Club. That's right, on the show with a very funny, talented, hilarious ventriloquist, Mr. William Ann Wilson. That's right, MsArkansas will be appearing again with them at the Extreme Comedy Club. And I believe I have a commercial for the Extreme Comedy Club. Check this out.
Yeah, Mr. Boss, Extreme Comedy Club. My man Billy Bob, Las Vegas, baby, running things. Boss, I'm Mr. Boss. Never a loss. I'm Mr. Boss. Boss. I'm Mr. Boss. Never a loss. billionaire on the scene, stepping up on stage, yep, extreme. So won't you come here, come laugh with me, Billy Bob and me, and everybody on the scene. I'm Mr. Boss, a billionaire, Las Vegas, everywhere. And you know it don't stop, cause we're going to the top. And you know we never quit till the beat drop. I'm Mr. Boss.
Come on, ride with me.
Boss.
And you know we got that victory.
Mr. Boss.
Be where you wanna be.
Never lost.
Extreme comedy.
Boss. Yeah. Boss. Why? Boss. Mr. Boss. Yeah. I'm Mr. Boss. And you know we got the thing on. Hopping presidential in the limo. All the girls singing boss, he got them in store. Everybody wanna be my friend, no. Taking pictures everywhere that I go. Always calling Mr. Boss, always want me to do a show. And my dog, man, he golden, got gold chain, gold hands, gold feet. Now everybody know my name, I'm Mr. Boss.
And you know I'm rolling with extra cash. Red Lambo and I'm pushing on the gas. And you know we moving fast. Don't try it cause you're never gonna pass.
And we teaching all the kids STEAM. That's right, and we gonna teach all of them science, technology, engineering, arts, math, and teaching about that money cause you know they need it right now. Mr. Boss, and I'm never gonna stop. On the Success Express, that's how we ride. On the way, straight, figure real, drinking Bella Sorella, and you know we keeping it real. Mr. Boss. I'm Mr. Boss. Mr. Boss. Never a loss. Never a loss. Hey, Boss.
Come on, ride with me. And you know we got that victory. Be where you wanna be. Extreme comedy.
Comedy.
Success Express. That's right. Get your commercial on here right now for only $75. That's a special if you say MsArkansas. Yes, the information is at the bottom, y'all. We can have your commercial right here, right now. I hate being the bad news barrier, y'all, but y'all know I am BNN, Black Network News. And I have some sad news on this morning. There were at least 9 mass shootings across the U.S. this weekend. Y'all, let me tell you, if you don't know how to pray, it's praying time, people. It's been praying time. Y'all better start praying. This pandemic ain't stopping nothing. You hear me? They letting these people out. These people been locked up like, I ain't gonna say jail because I've been there before, and being in this pandemic is nothing like being in jail because you can still move around when you wanna. You can watch TV, you can eat, you can lay down, you can go to the bathroom without asking people. It's a whole lot I could say about being in jail. So this pandemic was nothing like that. So, hold up. So I won't say being in jail, but they have had these people in their houses like animals. I was down on Fremont here in Las Vegas the other night. When I tell you it looked like at least 15,000 people was on that street. And when I tell you 90% of those people did not have a mask on, yeah, I had mine on, but they didn't have theirs on. But y'all just pray and pray for the family that lost people. They said it was a gunman opened fire at a family birthday party. Now that's really sad. At a family birthday party in Colorado Springs. I got to call and check on my grandchildren because I got 3 of them that live in Colorado Springs. But I trust that God protect the hedges all around them. And I doubt if they was at that party. But anyway, please continue to pray for those families. Like I said, it was 6 people left dead and the community is in mourning. So I just had to report that. Also, I report, let's get to some exciting news for some of you guys. I heard That's right. I heard that a fourth, a fourth stimulus check is coming. Did you hear that too? I don't know. I just know my true help come from the Lord, but I sure thanking for them stimulus checks. So if that's true, I am waiting on mine again. You hear me? And what else going on in the news? Oh, today, I have to get it off of here so I'll be correct and I won't be sharing no fake news. We got some more stuff going on. They lying like the American economy have recovered. I had to stop that. Let me turn that off. My bad. Not sure who calling me this morning. But anyway, they saying that it have recovered. But I don't know about you guys, but it ain't recovered on my end. And to be honest with you, my end have never been messed up. Because like I said, once again, my true help come from the Lord. And I believe him and I trust him. And I believe that he laid it on my boy, my brother in Victory heart to call on MsArkansas to do this show. Yes, I have 2 podcasts. You hear me? Some people got 1. I have 2. And I am affiliated with some people now that have at least 50. I'm claiming that if it ain't 50, it's getting ready to be 50. But I am so honored to be here today, you all, on Laughing Out Loud Morning Podcast. Yes. Right now, I have a special guest. I think I'm ready to bring him on. How about that? This young man I'm getting ready to bring on, y'all, is a very good friend of mine. And I told y'all this 2 weeks in 3 different episodes. I call these people my friend because that's exactly what they have been to me. When you could call on someone and they is there and you ain't never had you might have had a little falling out, but it was nothing to make you dislike them or don't want to be around them, and you was able to fix that in a hot second. I ain't saying me and him had none, but I'm just saying that's how some of my friends are. We fall out for a hot second, and then we get right back on track. But this one right here, I ain't fell out with him. I love him like a brother, and I thank God for bringing him in my life. We have been summer everywhere doing comedy. And what I love about it, he's not only a comedian, he's an actor now. And he's here with us right now. So y'all put y'all hands together for my good friend, your good friend, my brother, your brother, the Marine of Comedy, Kevin Davis.
Ooh, that boy good.
How you doing, my brother?
I am wonderful, sister. I'm alive. You know what I mean?
Amen.
It is.
Amen. Like I tell him, the groundhog could have been bringing me my mail, but instead my favorite mailman is still bringing it to me.
It is. That's how I feel every day. When I wake up, I open my eyes, I'm like, blessed. You know what I mean?
Amen. And I love what my boy Edwin Victory says. We wake up to win,
It is.
And it wasn't hitting me at first. And then after hearing him say that a few times, I got that in my spirit. I don't wake up for nothing else but to win. Regardless of what that day looked like or how that day end, I still woke up to win.
It is.
Yes.
I like that philosophy. That's a great philosophy.
Right around. Before I get into all the other questions, I want to just ask one question I love when you answer it, or when you tell it, rather.
Go ahead.
How did you meet MsArkansas?
Okay. About 6 years ago, I had decided to jump into comedy. I had promoted comedy shows for years, but it always was in me, that I wanted to get out there and do some comedy. Well, in the interim, I'm doing what I do, which is karaoke host. I'm doing my hosting at the American Legion in the beautiful city of San Bernardino. Okay, I'm being sarcastic.
Certain areas certain areas.
So I was in San Bernardino, California, and I was DJing at Post 14. And a friend of mine had said he knew this comedian named MsArkansas, and he spoke very highly of her. I said, all right, well, she's at the Ontario Improv tonight. So we called you, and you said, well, come on through. Just come on, watch the show. So we went, watched the show, and at the end of the show, we got to talk to her at the end of the show. And she was just very approachable, if I recollect, and very funny. And we enjoyed the show. You know, we brand new comedians. We don't know much. And then she said, I'm going to put you on the next show. I said, what? You've never seen us perform. She said, that's all right. If my man say y'all good with me. And that's all it was. I never sent her a tape. I never sent her a video because I didn't have a video or a tape. I didn't have none of that. You know what I mean? I didn't really have a whole lot on the resume at that time. All I had was a whole lot of desire and hopefully some hidden talents. And you gave me one of the biggest stages early in my career. I can honestly say that being performed at the Improv, where a lot of people to this day are still trying to get in and perform.
Right.
One of my first places was the Ontario Improv. Besides, I did the Hollywood Improv, but that was a school thing. But Ontario was a real show, and I remember it like it was yesterday. And my friend Raheem Mitchell, it was us.
Raheem, yeah.
You looked out for us. You didn't even question it. You just, hey, this is how it works. You guys hustle for me, hustle for the show. I got you, and that was our agreement. And I've been that way.
We back it out every time too.
Every single time. We ain't never had a bad show at the Improv, and which got you to have your own show.
Right.
It's that 360. It's that karma.
Right.
You took care of me, I take care of you, and then you had your own. And then I did your show. And then we did your show up at Clappers or what was it?
No.
Up in Claremont. Did I say Flappers or Zappers? Flappers. Yeah, I headlined your show. Yeah.
Where was that? Oh, that was Upland, wasn't it?
Yeah.
At the oh God.
Flappers. The same one they got in
Burbank.
Yeah, in Burbank. Same place.
Flappers, okay. Look, we done been somewhere everywhere since we became friends. And it's amazing because like you were just saying, I gave you the opportunity to perform at the Ontario Improv. When I tell you so many comedians was mad at me,
oh yeah,
because that one night did not stop. Every time they turned around, you was over there at the Improv with me.
they was low level hate. You know what I mean? Like you always put them on the show. It's a lot of work, and I'm funny.
You right? Come on now.
Yeah,
and that's why I didn't have a problem with bringing you every time I had a show, because it wasn't like you was like, I ain't no bringer. I tell people all the time, don't look at it as being a bringer. Just look at it as if a fight break out, you got some people to help you.
I ain't never heard that philosophy before, but I get it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
but you was always willing to help out, and you have made it happen. Shout out to our boy Jason Rogers, comedian Jason Rogers. Jason also have had us summer everywhere. When I say New York, Philadelphia, he done took y'all to Miami and summer everywhere. So
just got back from Miami with him.
Right. So shout out to Jason Rogers. Yes.
Absolutely.
Wow. So the Marine of Comedy, Mr. Kevin Davis, who or what inspired you to be the amazing comedian you are on today?
You know, when I was a kid, I stopped growing. You know, I graduated high school. I weighed 98 pounds. And I grew up in a rough area. So you had to be funny or fight. You know what I mean? Funny. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I was always funny. But you know, when I was growing up, I watched Wild Man Steve. I watched Rudy Ray Moore, Richard Pryor, Red Fox was my favorite, Moms Mabley. So they were always, and I always told their jokes for you. You know, me and you would sit around and we would go back and forth with all them old jokes. And that was always in me. But life took me to the left, you know what I mean? And that life is being a father, you know, being a Marine for 20 years and all that. And I didn't mess with comedy at all. And then my last 3 years in the Marine Corps, I was teaching on a platform. And we got the driest subjects ever. in the Marine Corps, you know, because we like stiff, everybody's stiff, and you know, you teach the class and everybody's like robots. But I wanted to bring fun to it. So the comedian in me started coming out on the platform. Well, of course, the higher ups had a problem with it initially. But then when they start seeing the results, then they was like, wow, this kind of works, because he keeps their attention. And to this day, I retired in 1999. I still have Marines walk up to me and say, aren't you Top Davis, Master Sergeant Davis from recruiter school in 1999? It's 2021 right now. I retired in 1999, and they'll still come out and they say, we remember your classes because you made us go. And that is really what catapulted me into going into comedy. And then remembering being overseas and seeing comedians come overseas and entertain us.
Right.
And I was like, you know, that's something I always wanted to do. And I haven't done that yet. That's my next big thing I want to do. I got to go overseas. I got to entertain it. So
when you get that hooked up, bring me.
I'm working on it. I might just do my own tour, to be honest.
Come on, man.
I be on with somebody, but I just signed with a big agency, so they may make it happen. Who knows?
That's right. Yeah. And you know, laughter, it works everywhere, and it lighten a lot of loads, and it just do a lot of amazing things, you know, to bring laughter. I know I got 2 sons incarcerated. And every time before the pandemic, because I ain't been to no prison to visit, my baby boy said they made him take the vaccine, talking about if he wanted, they give him automators or old tomatoes or whatever you want to call it.
Hey, close enough. Yeah.
Telling them if they don't get the vaccine, they can't have a visit. I told him, well, you should have told them you ain't taking no vaccine, because at the end of the day, I'm not coming to visit no way, no time soon.
Right. But you know, it's like you said, the laughter, it can change. It changes worlds, you know. It definitely changed my world, being 18 or 19 years old and being stationed overseas somewhere, you know what I mean? And you away from home, you've never been away from home before. And then this comedian comes out on stage and starts taking you back, and you forget where you at. You forget that you in Iraq, or you forget you in Afghanistan.
Right.
Wherever you at, you forget it for that hour, those 2 hours. It just takes you out of it. And then you sitting there, and I said the impact that had on me, I never forget that. I never forget when the bands came over. When people took their time over and entertain us, that always stuck with me, man. And that comedy was the key, you know what I mean? It was the key for me, actually. Wow.
And you know what, Kevin, like I was saying, well, I didn't never say it. I just started thinking about that vaccine and got thrown off track. But because I keep telling them that if I get it, they're going to have to act like I'm in a horror movie, sneak up behind me and stick me in my neck or my behind.
Right.
But anyway, before the pandemic, when I was going to the prisons to see my 2 sons, they in different ones. The way they have you seated, you kind of close. But anyway, my sons, they'll go telling the other inmates, you know, that's my mama, she a comedian or whatever. And then I tell them like 2 or 3 jokes, and everybody over in that group laughing loud. Here come the officers. They want to know what's going on over there. Then I turn around and tell them a joke. You know what I'm saying? And that made the situations light on my sons. You know, if you do wrong, you going to have to go to the hole or whatever you got to do for doing wrong. But other than that, if they don't do wrong and do what them people tell them to do, they ain't that hard on them, because they now know who their mom is and they respect me and they look out for my boys, you know. And when I was going back down there, they'll say how they ain't been in no trouble and how they ain't doing this and how they doing that. And I said, that's what's up, you know. And they used to have to like almost throw me against the wall to search me or whatever. And then
I like that though, didn't you? I mean,
yeah, then the search became a little lighter, you know. Like I say, you have to make any situation lighter.
Well, you know,
this is a gift that God have given us.
Well, that stress, anytime you got a stressful situation, like the Marine Corps and prison, that little bit of comedy goes way beyond what normal people, because they don't get that. They don't get that break. You know what I mean? And then you come in and you line up the area, and everybody's like, they dying for that. You know, they're dying for somebody to loosen the load for them. You know, just get away from this monotony of what I'm dealing with. And mom came in, and the guards is coming.
You was in the Marines, so I'm sure you don't get nervous, but I'm asking anyway. Do you ever get nervous before you take the mic?
Every time. I'm nervous every single time because it depends. Think about this. We go on stage. We normally got a routine that you do, I do, whatever the case. So if you show and your routine is moved, or the promoter doesn't tell you when you're going up in the lineup or something crazy like that. So now you're going through all these different openings because you're watching the audience and you're adjusting your show as you watch, as I'm watching you host. And you're doing this to the audience and they're responding. I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. And then something else happens. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to do that. That's when I get nervous. When I got too much time in between. When I ain't got a lot of time and I can just run on stage, as soon as I the nerves go away. But while you sitting there, I don't care who you are. As long as you do it, it's still a little bit of nerves because you want to be successful. You want to make the people laugh. And the nervousness is, I got to deliver this. You know what I mean? More than anything. It's like, I don't want to disappoint nobody. They paid the money.
Well, I think our nerves is different because I be in there when I'm in the green room. I be like, oh, Lord, is my wig on right?
Yeah.
Can somebody zip my outfit up? Where's my shoes? I be worried about that. Remember that time, Karen, I ran out of the comedian stopped before the time was up, and I had to run out there with one of my shoes in my hand.
And they thought it was part of the act, remember? They thought it was hilarious. I said, you should keep that. Yeah. And
I was right there because those that know me know I change clothes, wigs, and all kinds of stuff. They were like, they get up for one more time or something. Then you have to come out there or something.
Yeah. We ran out there running. They was bombing. I think they bombed and then they bailed out,
Right. I was like, oh, Lord, they done already. I ran out there, shoe in my hand. They laughing. They thought that was, like you say, part of the comedy.
They did.
But you know, Cam, like I say, I trust God with everything.
Right.
So, like right before, sometime, shout out to my boy, comedian Eric Blake.
Yes.
I love Eric. Eric would not do a show before doing a prayer. And those that want to pray, they stay in there. And them that don't want to pray or don't believe, they welcome to get on out of there. But he don't allow them to stop him from doing what he do. And I love that. Because I join right in with him when I'm on them shows with him. And when I'm not on the show with him, I take out the time and say a prayer myself. And I ask God to allow those people to receive me and allow me to receive those people. Because sometimes it can be them and sometimes it can be you. So with that being said, we're going to take a commercial break and we're going to come right back with my good friend, the Marine of Comedy, Kevin Davis.
Success Express Marketing Solutions presents your virtual video podcast studio. Let the Success Express team help bring your podcasting dreams to life. Here's what we do. We help you come up with show ideas, design graphics for your show, set up your podcast studio, and run the back end of your show. So what do? Be ready for your show. Make sure your guests are ready. Log into the virtual studio, turn your cameras on, and go. Not sure you're ready to go live on a monthly or a weekly basis? You can get the Try Us Out Success Special. It's only $97 with free design setup. All you got to do is try us out, and I guarantee you're going to want more. So get set up today with your virtual video podcast studio from Success Express Marketing Solutions. So go online to Success Express MKTG, and we'll get you set up today. Sign up now and get our free ebook, Modern Podcasting, that'll teach you all the techniques you need to know to get your podcast started today.
Your way. get it, gotta get it your way, your way, your way. Come and get it, gotta get it your way, your way, your way. Come and get it, gotta get it your way.
I'm feeling kinda hungry, need a sandwich from your way. Gotta get up now, I gotta get the highway. So I get in the car and I get out the drive. Now I'm riding down the street cause I'm headed to your
Cause
way.
it's the best sandwich I ever tasted in this world. I'm gonna tell everybody about it, every boy and girl. Let me come in your way.
Because I want a sandwich, wanna put it in my face. Order online, you can pick it up. Curbside pick up, that's what's up. I'm going to your way, wanna bring it my way. Wanna do it every day, that's what I'm people say.
Your way, your way. Come and get it, gotta get it your way. Your way, your way. Come and get it, gotta get it your way. Your way, your way. Come and get it, gotta get it your way. Your way, your way. Come and get it, gotta get it your way.
Hello, I am Erica Young. I'm a singer, actress, songwriter, model, mother of one, but I also go by the voice of Erica. I chose the name The Voice of Erica because really it chose me. Because I started getting more into meditation, and once I started tapping into self, I would hear a voice. But within that voice, I started realizing I was growing and evolving. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's my voice. That's just the voice of Erica. So with that, I started hearing lyrics when I would put music on and writing songs. And I'm like, I'm writing this. No, the voice of Erica's writing this. Oh, the voice of Erica. Yeah, come on to something. That should be my stage name. That's who I am. I've always wanted to write because it was like a message. There were messages that I had to get out. And it's so profound that Stevie Wonder once said that melodies are whispers from the angels. I want my music to inspire because I've been inspired. And what's been inspiring me is just coming into truth with life, coming into truth with, as I say, these messages. And really, it's all relatable. So anything that I write, someone else can relate to it because we're really all one, we're all connected.
Wow. Shout out to her, man. People are doing some amazing things. I feel if you ain't came up with something during this time of trial and tribulation, that's on you. Don't get mad when you see everybody else blowing up, and you can get your commercial right here at Success Express Marketing Solution. I keep saying $75. It's $97. But if you tell them MsArkansas sent you, I'm sure they'll give you $2 off. You heard me?
Wow. $2, you know what I mean? That's a bus pass in San Bernardino.
A couple more questions for you before we get off of here.
Yeah.
I like asking all my comedian friends or comedian guests rather, do you ever, have you ever been heckled? And if you have, how did you deal with it?
Yeah, I can remember, I think not a lot because I think my jokes I'm consistent with my jokes and I don't give you a whole lot of breaks to heckle.
Right.
But when I was beginning, Eric Blake, funny you brought him up. I wish I would have been there for his prayer before he sent me in front of black bikers in Palm Springs, right? Because, I took an L on that one, right? I'm just being honest, man. I didn't have nothing for him. I didn't. And what he taught me that night, he said, man, especially if you got that type of audience, you got to come out with your heavy stuff early. Because you may not get to the end of your set. And he was right. I would have reversed my set. I should have came out hard and I should have talked to the audience. Another time I got heckled was in Barstow. Another just horrible place. But again, I was new in the game. and I was trying to be understanding. As a matter of fact, I was the feature, and there was another dude that was headliner. I took an L, and he took 2 L's. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
It was just a learning. It's just a learning phase you go through. I
Right.
think like the heckle thing. The most time you get heckled is probably at a bar or something like that. People that ain't interested. But if you catch their attention and they start laughing, there's no time to heckle. If your jokes is moving,
Right.
yeah, then there's no time. But if you got that slow delivery and you in a bar, woo, yeah, it could be a long ride. But I remember my L's. Let me tell you,
Right.
that's the longest ride home, ain't it? You be like, they was like, you gonna stay for the after party? I said, ain't no way, bro. Because, you know, people just want to say, bro, it be all right, you know? I couldn't wait to
You
get out of
went to the after party and be the after effect.
Hey, I got out of Palm Springs so quick. And I talked to Blake. He said, man, I'm sorry, bro, because I should have warned you. You know what I mean? And that, it was a lesson. It was a valuable lesson I learned. So, yeah.
So you actually did the, what is it?
Black
biker thing.
Tiger, yeah, in Palm Springs.
I did that 3 times with him, man. Oh my God, it was so amazing.
Good for you.
And I won't say the comedian name, but I'll say that when he got up there, they were leaving out in groups, y'all, 25 people at a time, and it's 1,000 people in there. Before he got to his last joke, wasn't nobody in there for real but me, Eric Blake, the people that were running it, the DJ.
But you know what? The DJ was the problem for me because he was playing all this crunk music, all this, you know, I mean, he had the crowd going like crazy. So by the time we got up to do comedy, they didn't want to hear no comedy, let me be honest. And I was like the sacrificial lamb, you know what I mean? Just like I'm taking blows, you know. I'm like, man. And I remember, I'll never forget this. Boy, I could not wait for that light. Lord, I don't care. As soon as that light hit, I don't care where I was at in the joke. I was like, thank you for your time and thanks for everything. I didn't care if I was in the middle of the joke. I'm serious. I was like, Lord, what in him like that, right? Because as one of the few times I was begging for the light. I almost like, turn that goddamn light on. You know?
So it's a difference between being heckled and being booed.
There's a big difference. Sometimes the heckler wants to help you.
They think they helping you anyway.
Yeah, they think they help you. But being booed just means you being booed. I ain't never been booed. Okay, let me just say that. Thank God.
Kevin, I had someone ask me that. They were like, MsArkansas, have you ever been booed? I said, I get booed all the time. They say, what? I said, yeah, guys be hollering out, hey, boo, you boo. Can I get your number, boo?
Now, that ain't the boo that. Now, I ain't never got either one of those boos.
Right.
Yeah, neither one of those. Never
So, Kevin,
booed.
a few of the people you have performed with, big or small, you won't get the name of them all, but
I with an unknown comic. He was fun. The dude with the bag on his head.
oh, okay.
The black. Chris Spencer. Who else? Marshall Warfield. You.
Thank you.
What's Evan Lionel? Good people. And who was the movie? You know, with the short hair, sister girl.
Cookie.
No.
Lunel.
Yeah, Lunel. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
We did Lunel a couple times. Matter of fact, me and you worked with Lunel.
Right.
So we were pretty cool people. I don't put that anywhere on my resume, to be honest. I don't.
Right.
You know, I think
No,
I'm just.
I feel like you, they gonna know me for who I am.
Exactly.
You know, I appreciate all them that done let me open and featured and all that, but it's about me, baby.
We still got to be funny. You know,
Right.
And I was in Utah, and I can't say no names, but this comedian had bragged about all this great stuff and who they owe for, Mike Epps and all that. And then you get out there on stage and you mail it in. And I'm like, wait a minute, where all that fire and all that, you know what I mean? So I don't put you in that position. I'm just gonna go up there to Jeff Davis. That's who I am. You know, I'm with MsArkansas. She may have brought me on the feature for her or open, and that's but I don't use that as a stepping stone to get in. Oh, I ain't open for so and so because I know how the game is played. Sometimes
You
you
know, Gavin, your talent will speak for you. You are hilarious. And I'm not just saying that because you're on here with me. I tell people about you a lot of places I go when they like, you know, other comedians and blah, blah, blah. You are in that handful of comedians that I name. You know, some people be like, can you name 3 comedians? Oh, baby, before I get through, I done named 30. I said, oh, my bad, y'all said 3. I can't just name 3 because I got a handful of y'all that I love like my brothers and sisters, and you are hilarious, and I just have to bring you up because it ain't all about them that done already made it. A lot of them are funny because they've been on the TV or still on the TV. Because I done seen some of them on these stages, and I know they wasn't funny, you know, but that's another story on another morning.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that the comedy's opened up so many doors for me, though, you know, to the acting, because I never wanted to do that. But
yeah, let's talk about that real quick before we have to get out of here. How did you go? Well, I ain't going to say switched over because you'll always be a comedian. Right. So how did you go into the acting field?
One day, your buddy Raheem Mitchell has always been telling me go into acting because he's an acting dude, right?
Yeah.
I said, I want to be a good comedian. He said, man, you got to go into acting. Out of the blue, one day I get a call from some veterans, and their lead actor had fell out, and they asked me could I do the part. Well, I didn't know what the part was, but I said, you know what, I got to lose. So I go do the part, and it was basically the guy from Pulp Fiction. I had to wear these leather chaps and all this stuff. It was pretty wild. But the experience was so fun. And I was like, this is kind of cool, right? And then I got, I don't know, luck, whatever. I got this Soapy Joe's commercial. And then I ended up doing like 4 commercials with them. Then I got Dr. Squash commercial. And that was cool. Then I got this big infomercial, Try Back. And then I got this hearing aid commercial. And then I got 2 national commercials.
They just start coming.
And they start coming. And then I got an agent. And I auditioned for her, and she's been sending me work like crazy. And now I got an agent for comedy. I don't know if you know that. I just signed with Golden Artist Management. They manage.
I had someone to come out here and watch me do 2 shows, and the husband, he actually used to manage Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
Years ago. And then the wife, she got something to do with Netflix and BET and all those people. So they came out and seen me, and now they want to manage me. So I told people, everything I already got booked between now and the middle of June. You still good with me. And after that, you going to have to contact him.
Right.
Because I'm tired of fighting y'all about my money.
I'm going to still do a lot of my own stuff, to be honest. Because remember,
don't get me wrong. You know, if you call me or some of the people,
right.
Me and this little wig ain't gonna get along. Right. You ain't got to, you don't have to call my manager. You got my number. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we do that because pricing wise, comedian to comedian is different than comedians. Right. We know that. And if we doing a show, it's our show. Right. I need your love just like you need my love. And we do
Come
that.
on now. What they say, scratch my back and I'll scratch you.
It ain't never been a problem, you know. So when I got the management company, what I know that they do, like I said, they got Cedric, they got Marshall Warfield, they got Jimmy Walker, they got a crazy that they manage. So that could open doors for me, you know, to work with them. Or to go on the road with them. So that's what I'm really looking at. I'm like, and going overseas because they do tours. So I'm excited of the opportunities. You know what I mean? And again, you go 5-6 years ago, I never dreamed none of this stuff. I never dreamed a CBS commercial all over the country and people know me because of that. Or they'll come up and say, man, ain't you so-and-so? And I'm like, man, I never dreamed of that. You know what I mean?
You know, I feel that we dream or don't dream. I'm a true believer that everything is written. That's just like today was already written. You know, he know everything went wild. Like I say, while we trying to figure it out, he already done worked it out. And not cutting you off, but I thank God that my mother raised me knowing that God's timing is not my timing. Because I could truly say I would have been already rich, famous, and broke. But on today, so many amazing things are happening for me, including this show we're doing on today. but I could say I didn't have to sell my soul, my gold, or my whole. You heard me? And it is happening.
But you are, I believe this, and people said the same thing to me. They said, man, you should have started comedy years ago. No, I shouldn't have.
Right.
I am exactly where I'm
supposed to be. Right.
Remember that. We are exactly where we are supposed to be. We are set better now mentally.
Come on.
To do the things we need to do. If 10 years ago, I may not have stuck with this. Now I have a whole different mindset, and I know I am exactly where I need to be. I'm exactly the person I should be at this point.
Right.
I know that for a fact.
Wow. And that's true. You know, if I had millions of dollars, like I said, oh, baby, ain't no telling what all I would have been doing.
I would be on this show right now.
God, you know what I'm saying? I felt like he was cleaning me up before allowing me to blow up, because it's been over 30 years since I had cocaine, or crack as they used to call it. Now, it's been like 16, 17 years or something. I don't kind of forget how long it's been since I had marijuana. Then May the 1st was actually 4 years, no alcohol. I used to shoplift for a living. When I tell you, if it wasn't sold down, glued down, chained down, locked down in them stores, I didn't take from people's houses, but from them stores, oh, baby, I get it. Right. But I can truly say on today, it's been over 20 years. I haven't put my hand on nothing that don't belongs to me. And like I said, he was just cleaning me up before allowing me to blow up. And now
you are prepared.
Come on, they can't give me nothing. If it ain't my money, you can't give me nothing.
The blessings are coming because now you're prepared mentally.
Right.
Everything is falling into place. And whether it took 30 years or 13 years,
come on now.
It doesn't matter, man. You know, I found myself judging myself against people, and I forgot that I'd only been in comedy 6 years. I ain't been in comedy 13 years, 15 years. And it is a difference. And this is what we do is definitely built over time. We build jokes over time. You know, we come up with one joke. We might have come up with a killer joke one in a year. 13 years, you got 13 killer jokes.
Right.
You a killer set. Even if you have one great joke a year, if you think about this. So if you got 6 years and you got 6 killer jokes, that's a 15-minute set.
Right.
20-minute set. Easy.
Wow.
But when you look at somebody that's been doing it 20 years, they should be good at this.
You say nothing works but the work.
Exactly. Nothing but the work.
Look, we could go all day long, but we're going to take another break, y'all, because we winding this thing down, but we're going to take one more break. Yeah. Let's go to break, y'all. Excuse me, what did y'all think about comedian MsArkansas?
Oh my God, it was so hilarious. It was awesome. Really great. It was worth it, and we'll come back again.
Definitely coming back again.
Oh, well, thank y'all so much.
Welcome to the Jazz Zone. Allow the Jazz Zone to make your next event enjoyable and entertaining. The Jazz Zone is great for private parties, weddings, festivals, fundraisers, grand openings, and corporate affairs. Move up to the next level of entertaining with the Jazz Zone. Check out our website at jazzzone.net. That's JAZZZONE.net. Or call the Jazz Zone at 626-798-6848.
Full Force Protection Services, the protective services you need for you, your family, and your businesses. Full Force Protection Services provides cannabis security, executive protection, armed transport, event security, home protection, home security installation, family protective services, and more. Full Force Protection Services has all the skills you need for your protection. The skill set includes weapon screening, keen observation, de-escalation techniques, crime prevention, loss prevention, surveillance, and more. Full Force Protection Services is affordably priced to fit any budget. For immediate services, contact 707-5133. That's 707-407-5133. Don't get caught without protection, and don't get caught without full force.
I got the key, they let me in. I'm waking up every day win. I got the key, they let me in. Waking up every day win. I got the key, they let me in. I'm waking up every day win. I got the key, they let me in. I'm waking up every day win. I said I woke up in the morning, now I got the key. I gotta wake up, be all I can be. Then I be online, I call up all my friends. I tell them it's time for the everyday win. And then I hop on the train, success express with the cash, yeah, and I'm feeling so. I got that money on my mind, and now it's time to go. Jiggas, and you know I'm about to blow. And here we go. I got the key, they let me in. I'm waking up every day win. I got the key, they let me in. Waking up every day win. I got the key, they let me in. I'm waking up every day win. I got the key, they let me in. I'm waking up every day win.
That was my brother, Edwin Victory, y'all. Yes, he is so amazing. You can catch him. That's right. I believe it's June the 1st, y'all. Putting it down out here in Las Vegas. He'll be able to tell you more about that because I'm interviewing him one of these days before June the 1st. That's right, in that order. Y'all like these? Guess what? You can get your pair too if you in the Las Vegas area. From my girl Shaniqua Guan out here at 1QT Boutique. That's right, 1QT Boutique. I love them. I'm dripping. I love them. Yeah, I had to get that little commercial in too, y'all. I'm going to bring my boy Kevin back, y'all, so he can tell us how we can follow him and book him and all that stuff. But before we go to that, Kevin, is it anything else? Oh, my bad. Hold up. Is there anything else these people need to know about you real quick, and then let them know how they can follow you to book you and pay you?
I'll be we getting back on the road, so that's beautiful. So I'll be out there to see you doing your show on the 18th. And then I'm doing the barbecue show with Steve McGinley the 19th. Okay. And the 20th, I'm in Denver, Colorado. I'm doing a night, hour special in Colorado. Then the 22nd, I'm back in California. So and over the 14th, I'm in LA. So it's picking up again, man. I'm excited to be back in front of people. So if you want to book me, you can book me at themarineofcomedy.com is my website. You can see me perform. You can see my pictures. Arkansas is on there. I know she's on there, pictures and posters and all that kind of stuff. Or you can hit me on Instagram, as they say down south, because they don't talk the same. Instagram at the Marina Comedy, and Facebook, of course, at the Marina Comedy. So any of those places, man, and something else about me, I'll talk to you. I'm open, man. If you hit me up, we gonna conversate. You know, I ain't gonna never be too big for the people that help me get to wherever I'm at. Believe that, man. I will always have an ear, and if I got something to share with another comedian that I think can help you build your career, I'm there. You know that about me. I will give you that. So I appreciate everything. And
I'm cutting you off because before we go, I need you to tell that one about the teeth and the bar stove.
What? Which one?
About Jesus.
Oh, what? Oh.
I ain't been in the food.
What? Which one you talking about? You know I got a lot of jokes.
I ain't been in the sandwich or whatever.
I know with it. I did a show in Barstow, California. And I was at the Del Taco, and a young lady hit on me, but I knew she was a crackhead because she only had 7 teeth, and 3 of them was in her pocket. The other 4 was so crooked, she bit into a quesadilla. It spelled out Jesus. All the crackheads in the Del Taco started freaking out. That's a sign. That's a sign. He's coming back. Jesus is coming back. The manager said, yeah, he is coming back tomorrow. Jesus is working the drive-thru. You talking about that one right there?
Yes, I love that joke. You are so hilarious. Thank you so much for being on here with me on today, being my special guest. Most of all, for being my real friend, you know.
Thank you for your success. And I'm so proud of you and what you're doing. And you look amazing. You look like...
Thank you. Yeah, I got up and took a shower. If somebody want to send you some money, what's your cash app?
At the Marina Comedy.
Everything is at
Marina Comedy. Yes, the $ Marina Comedy. Everything is the Marina Comedy. It's called a brand, people. All right, just
thank you so much for being on. You know, my second week. Come on now, and my 4th episode. And it won't be your last time. So you have a blessed day and stay safe out there.
Hey, y'all got a dynamic show. It's professional. The commercials are off the chain, man. Everyone, you guys keep doing what y'all doing, man. Keep doing what y'all doing.
And my cash app is $MsArkansas Comedy. That's MsArkansas Comedy.
Right.
And if somebody say, how can we follow you? I say on Cash App. Now all of them say. So I want to say you can follow me on Zelle because everybody ain't got Navy Federal.
Right. Well, Zelle with everybody. Zelle with any bank. Chase.
Right. Well, I'm just saying some of them ain't got a bank account. But anyway, that's another story too. Thank you so much for being here, man. God bless you. Keep up the amazing work. And he say the same. I see you here in Las Vegas on the 18th.
That's right. I'll be there. Come on out and check us out. It's going to be fun. It's gonna be
Thank you. Wow. That was my good friend, y'all. The hilarious, amazing actor and comedian, the Marine of Comedy. Once again, y'all, if you want your commercial here, all you got to do is check that information at the bottom, and it's $97. But if you say MsArkansas said $75, you going to get it for $75 until I change my mind. But you go to Success Express Marketing Solution, man, and they can do it all just for you. So make sure you check them out and continue to check us out right here at Laugh Out Loud, the morning podcast hosted by the very funny, talented, beautiful, lovely MsArkansas. And I just want to shout out everyone that's watching and supporting. Just know that your support is needed and very much appreciated, and so are you. Continue to have a blessed day. Continue to stay safe. Continue to stay covered up. And I will leave you on this note. Please remember, trust God when you can't trust yourself. And I'll see you back on Wednesday on Laughing Out Loud, the morning podcast. Thank you.